Caligula episode 2 it was very much like a game, to be honest. Like when you look at this episode, you very much get reminder of games you play. Like whenever an enemy attacks you, you basically attack them back. It was very game like in various portion of the series. Like for example, I would say uh the moment when what is his name? Shogo. He basically removes a gun out of here, and he pretty much shoots. It was very game-like, and I would say because Caligula is a game, so I'm not surprised that it's not like a game because a lot of things looked very much like your in-game and stuff, like the static faces, and then there the monster faces, and then there's then you get various powers, and then there's one guide, so it's basically they're pretty much implementing this like a game, and pretty much again Caligula is a game. It's an anime adapted from a game, so it's not a surprise that it looks very game like, and it had a very cliche plot. You have to save somebody, but I'm alright with that. Like you have to save Mew and stuff. I'm alright with that. Like yeah, I'm like there are a lot of that do this cliche plot that you have to save somebody, and it has happened a lot of times in animes. And whenever this plot comes in, I'm like, okay, this is a cliche plot, but I want to know where the story goes. And look at the first episode and the second episode, I would say that I'm quite interested. Now, I also want to make clear, a lot of people say that like I don't like sci-fi animes, but I still watch them. By sci-fi animes, I don't mean like this this type of anime. I mean animes that take place in space and everything. More like animes like are like Star Wars, for example. Like it takes place in space and stuff. That's the reason why I'm not a big Star Wars fan because normally like whenever I see stuff taking place in space, except for Alien, because Alien is just like a good, it's just a good horror movie. But other than that, it's like Star Wars taking place in space and stuff, and then taking place on another planet and stuff. That's what I'm not a big fan of. Like I've never been a big fan of sci-fi animes like that. But when it comes to sci-fi animes like this or future time travel and stuff, okay, I'll accept that because that's one of the cool concepts I really enjoy in sci-fi anime, where you go to a different alternate reality, where you go to a future timeline, where you're playing a different game. Now, this is pretty much an alternate reality type of series. I already see that happening here because of the static electric stuff, and you go into alternate reality. Very much like Persona. I find it very much like Persona because when you see it Persona is pretty much like you have two realities. One is your own reality we live in, and another reality is where our real selves live in, meaning that our own desires and stuff live in. So that's basically what I'm getting this vibe from. Like it's very much like Persona. Like when you look at this anime, like this is taking place in this reality, but at the same time somebody's altering another reality so that they could like create their own things in this alternate reality which nobody else can see, but only selected few can see this reality. That's basically what it's like. And like I already get that Mew is kind of getting this villain role, but at the same time, I would like to know why this girl who was with Shogo, the chibi girl who was with Shogo, why she would want to save Mew. I would also know about that plot line. I think I will enjoy the series. Like on the first episode after I saw, like first episode, I was doubting myself whether I would enjoy the series or not. But after the second episode, I think I will enjoy the series. Like the action looks good to me, animation, it's good. I'm like, okay, I may enjoy the series because obviously Persona is something I like. Persona 4 was meh for me, and Persona 5 is just awesome. Look, there's like even though there's some parts which have wonky animation, still it looks incredible in some parts. Like it just like blows your mind away. And personally, I as a Persona fan, I would like I like those kind of animes. And same goes over here. Like there are animations, some of the animations there which are wonky, but at the same time it looks good. Like action looks good, like everything else looks good in this anime. Not gonna lie. So I think so this may be a good game in an anime adaptation, like a good game, uh, good anime adapted from a game. Like I would say that this would be a good one. Just like I know there are various animes that are adapted from game. For example, Fate. Fate is adapted from a game. By Fate I mean Fate Stay, not the Fate. Maybe a Fate Extra too, because Fate Extra is a game after all. And then there's for Fate Grand Order. So there are like Fate is a was adapted. Fate started off as a game, and then it went on to be a light novel. Like it was a visual novel. Then it went on to be a anime, light novel and stuff. There are various things about Fate. Same goes with Persona. Persona started off as a game, and now it's getting an animation series. Now same goes with Caligula. I'm kind of liking the series. It's like it's good. Like there's some big gaming series, which I would say a bad gaming series in a way. I haven't watched any yet, but I know there are gaming series in anime world too that are bad. Like I know that there are, but I haven't watched any of those, so I'm not sure if there is any. But three game series I have watched, I have enjoyed, except for Persona 4, because Persona 4 was just like, eh. It was like, okay, that's there. Okay, Danganronpa, that's another good game series. Like, I recommend that if you guys enjoy good, good. I'll recommend it. Danganronpa is good. Anyways, without getting off the topic, let's talk about this episode. Basically, uh, like I said, this is taking place in alternate reality through what I know. Like there is one reality and there is another reality. That's what at least I'm seeing. I'm at least seeing that there's two realities here. And basically, what this episode was implying is there that Miyu needs saving. And at the end of the episode, pretty much, all we see that these selected few people, they can see them, and they're trying their best, except for Shogo because Shogo is cool. So yeah, Shogo, except for Shogo, everybody else is trying their best to run away from these people, like these infected people, and they're just trying to run away from them, just going away. They're leaving the town and stuff, and all of a sudden they stop at this one position, and Mew says that she has not created a world further from that, meaning that Mew's influence hasn't reached that far. At least that's what I'm guessing, because Mew's influence right now is in that certain area which she has created. So most probably she's more or less uh, like her influence is altering this alternate reality. This it's creating this alternate reality where everybody's very staticky. Everybody's getting formed into these digi heads. That's what Shogo called them, digi heads. So pretty much everybody is getting formed into these DJ heads and stuff because of Mew doing all these stuff. I could see that's happening here everywhere. It's happening and stuff. And I would have to say like I saw the intro, and I already saw that our main character is also gonna get a weapon. And that's like, whoa, well, okay. I didn't expect the main characters to get another gun. Like, at least that's what I saw. I saw him remove a gun out of his chest. Like, whoa, what? I don't know. Like, it was very Guilty Crownish, because if you know in Guilty Crown, pretty much the main character removes the sword out of Inori's chest. That's at least that's what I remember. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, correct. He removes the sword out of Inori's chest, or whatever Inori forms. Oh, I don't remember. Okay, yeah, whatever. I don't remember. Anyways, that's what I saw in Guilty Crown, and that's very much reminded me of Guilty Crown when I saw the main character removing a gun from the chest in the intro. Now, I don't know if that's the case, or he was just putting it inside his put his hand inside his jacket or anything. I don't know. Maybe that may be the case. I don't know. But anyways, that's pretty much the whole episode. Like the whole episode was just these people, this selected few people that are just running around the town, trying to protect themselves, but they can't. Like because as soon as this girl who's controlling Mew says that your influence isn't reaching others, Mew starts singing a new song, and then all of a sudden her influence begins to spread again, and she begins to like everybody begins to hunt these people down again. Like it seemed like the song it's like a trigger button, but in a different way. By that I mean like the song attracts people to that certain position. It doesn't attract people. It doesn't order people anything, but the song pretty much attracts people to that location. At least that's what I'm getting. But anyways, all over, I would say this episode was a 8 out of 10 for me because it was a good episode with the animation because there were many mistakes in the animations. What I saw, the animation looked good. I'm not gonna lie, it looked good. Shogo was cool and stuff. Like yo, he's already my favorite character of the series. Like 2 episodes in, I really like him. Like yo, he is pretty good. Like yo, he's a cool character. Like yo, I don't know if anybody else has a cool trait later on, like any kind of cool weapon or anything. But Shogo, damn, with that like revolver launcher, grenade launcher, whatever that he's carrying around, yo, he is a real shit. Like yo, he is good. Anyways, all over again, I rate this episode 8 out of 10. Let me know where do you rate this episode. Don't forget to like if you like my content. Don't forget to subscribe as I do my anime and gaming content. I'll see you in the next video. As always, peace.